Your hunting clothes are glowing, not to you, not to your hunting buddy, but to every single deer in the timber, and you have absolutely no idea it is happening. There is a chemical hiding in your regular laundry detergent that turns your best camo pattern into a bright neon sign in a wavelength only deer can see. Whitetail deer see ultraviolet light. That means the UV brighteners. Inside your detergent are making your jacket, your pants, your hat, your gloves light up like a beacon, in a part of the light spectrum your eyes will never detect. Researchers studying whitetail vision confirmed this over 2 decades ago. Deer have dichromatic eyesight. They do not see blaze orange the way we do, but they detect short wavelengths of ultraviolet light far better than any human being on this planet. And those optical brighteners, the ones that make your white shirt look whiter on a television commercial, they absorb UV light and re-emit it as visible fluorescence. That means every single piece of clothing you wash in regular store-bought detergent is radiating a glow that only the deer can pick up. You could spend $300 on the most advanced camo pattern ever designed by an engineer. Wash it one time in Tide or Gain, and you just turned it into a spotlight broadcasting your exact position to every deer within line of sight. And the outdoor industry knows it. They have known for years. But instead of telling you to stop using regular detergent, they built an entire product line around the problem they could have. Solved with a single sentence. UV killer sprays for $30. Special hunting detergent for $15 a small pouch. Scent-free UV blocking fabric wash for 20 more on top of that. And the active ingredient doing the heavy lifting in all of it, sodium bicarbonate baking soda. You can buy a full box for $1, a single dollar at any grocery store in this country. And it does the exact same job. No UV brighteners, no optical agents left behind, no synthetic fragrance, no chemical residue on the fabric, just clean, flat, dead silent clothing that does not glow under UV light. The industry took a $1 fix and built a product empire around it. And most hunters never thought to question it. Old hunters figured this out long before the science caught up. They did not know the word ultraviolet, but they noticed something was wrong. Deer spooked at 60-70 yards even when the wind was perfect, even when the setup was right, even when every other detail was locked in flawlessly. So they stopped using store soap. They washed their hunting gear in Cold Creek water with nothing but plain baking soda. No fragrance, no brighteners, no glow. And those hunters disappeared. If this kind of real buried knowledge is what you came here for, subscribe to Hidden Hunter Wyatt. This channel exists for hunters who want the stuff nobody sells. Now let me show you just how deep this really goes. A friend of mine hunts public land in central Missouri. Not a beginner. 22 years in the woods every single fall. Good woodsman, patient hunter. Knows wind, terrain, thermals, entry routes, bedding areas. Last October, he hung a new stand on a ridgeline funnel between 2 known bedding zones. Southwest wind. Perfect approach. He sprayed down head to toe with scent elimination spray. Rubber boots, clean base layers. Washed every piece of clothing the night before in Tide Free, the one with no fragrance. He thought that was enough. By 7:30, 2 does came in from the south side of the ridge, moving slow and calm, feeding on acorns as they walked. Then they hit 60 yards out. Both heads went straight up at the exact same time, not sniffing, not flicking ears, just staring directly at him. He did not move a single muscle. Wind was still in his face, no noise, no movement, no scent. But those 2 does turned and walked the other direction, not bolting, not blowing, just calmly refusing to come a single yard closer. He told me it was bad luck, but those deer saw the glow. His silhouette was lit up in a wavelength his own eyes cannot detect. He was sitting in that tree stand wearing a lantern that only deer could see. And here is the part that makes it even worse. Tide Free and Gentle still contains optical brighteners. Most hunters assume that unscented means UV safe. It does not. The fragrance is gone. But the brightening agents remain embedded into every wash cycle. They coat the fibers of the fabric. They accumulate over time. And every wash adds another invisible layer of fluorescence. So even if you switch to a fragrance-free detergent, you are still glowing. The only way to stop it is to remove brighteners entirely. A 1/4 cup of baking soda in cold water. Nothing else. There is also another layer most people never think about, your washing machine itself. If you use regular detergent for everyday laundry all year long, residual brightener chemicals build up inside the drum and hoses. So even when you run a clean load with nothing but baking soda, the machine itself recontaminates your hunting clothes with trace amounts of UV agents. The old school fix is simple. Run one empty cycle with hot water and a full cup of baking soda before washing your hunting gear. That strips the residual chemicals from the machine completely. Then run your hunting clothes as a separate cold water load with a quarter cup of soda only. This little trick is only the beginning. This is just one of the cheap, forgotten tricks most hunters never hear about. There are a lot more like this, buried under expensive gear, bad advice, and modern convenience. If you want the full collection, I put it together inside the Forbidden Hunter's Vault. The link is in the description. But stay with me because there is one part most people still get wrong. It is not just about the wash. It is about what happens after. If you dry your hunting clothes outside in direct sunlight, UV exposure from the sun can reactivate trace optical agents still trapped in the fibers from all your previous washes. Even one wash with regular detergent from months ago can leave enough residual brightener in the fabric to light back up under direct sun. Old hunters knew this instinctively. They dried their gear in the shade, inside barns, under lean-tos, hung on a line beneath thick forest canopy, never out in direct daylight, and they stored their hunting clothes in cotton sacks with cedar shavings or fresh dirt, not in plastic totes with snap lids, not in scent-free zipper bags, cotton and natural earth. That killed residual odor and kept UV levels completely flat. Now let me be straight with you. This is not a magic bullet. If the wind is carrying your scent straight into a bedding area, no detergent trick on earth is going to save your hunt. If your boot soles are contaminated with gasoline or chemicals from your truck floor, the ground scent will betray you before you ever reach your tree. And if you hike fast, sweat hard, and climb into your stand still breathing heavy with body heat pouring off you, no wash in the world covers that. So here is what you pair it with. Control your entry route. Walk slow and deliberate. Get set up at least an hour early. Let your body cool down completely before the first light hits. And always check the wind. The baking soda wash removes one critical layer of detection that most hunters ignore completely. But it is one of the biggest layers standing between you and a close encounter. Here is your 4-step plan. Step 1. Buy a box of plain baking soda. No fragrance, no added ingredients. Run one empty hot cycle to clean the machine first. Step 2. Wash all your hunting clothes in cold water with a quarter cup of baking soda and nothing else. Step 3. Dry everything in full shade, never in direct sunlight. Store in a cotton bag with natural cedar or fresh pine. Step 4. Repeat this before every hunt. Within one season, you will notice deer behaving completely different around you. Closer, calmer, less alert. That is not luck. That is you finally disappearing from their world. There was a time when every serious hunter knew how to vanish in the field, without spending a single dollar. The knowledge was handed down in deer camps and around fires between grandfathers and grandsons. Then, the industry replaced it. Skill got swapped for products, and the old ways got buried. But they never stopped working. If you want more forgotten tricks, the Forbidden Hunter's Vault is in the first link below. And if this kind of real buried hunting knowledge is what you want, subscribe to Hidden Hunter Wyatt. There is a lot more coming.